Good morning, girls. Today we are going to discuss about dispersion of light and scattering of light. So what do you mean by the dispersion? A white light is dispersed into Vibjor color. It is divided into 7 different types of colors. That means when a sunlight, after the rain shower, when a sunlight comes, the sunlight passes through the droplets of the water and you can able to see the rainbow. That is how the light get dispersed into 7 different colors. That is Vibjor colors. And scattering of light means when the light passes from one medium to another medium. So this scattering takes place with a transparent medium. So let us discuss how the light gets scattered in the case of prism. Let us assume this is a prism. PQR. So the triangular transparent prism. When the incident light is passes through this prism, what happens? This light get refracted. When the light passes through the prism, what happens? It get refracted, and this refracted ray. Now what happens? This acts as an incident ray for the side PR. So here first the incident ray is at some angle. The incident ray is passing through the side PQ, and again it is refracting inside the prism, and this ray now acts as an incident ray for the PR. Now again what happens? It gets refracted again. So here refraction takes place 2 times. The refraction takes place. Draw the normal ray at this point. Let us assume this is the point M. If we draw the normal ray at this point, so here it is the angle of incidence, and again draw the another normal ray from this refracted ray. So here you get the angle of deviation. How angle of emergent ray? How much this ray is refracted? We can also call it as angle of refraction. So in between these two, side PQ and PR, here also we will be having some angle A, which we call it as the angle of a prism. So here, if we increase the angle of incidence, what happens? Angle of refraction is also increased. So here, if the angle of incidence is low, if we draw the graph for angle of incidence and angle of refraction, what happens? For the small angle, let us assume for 30 degrees of incident ray, we will get the maximum at 50 degrees. And if we increase the angle of incidence, what happens? It gets decreased. At one point, the angle of incidence and angle of refraction will be same. That point we call it as minimum deviation. This point is minimum deviation. If we increase beyond this angle, again it gets increased, and again we will get the maximum angle of refraction. This is how the angle of incidence and angle of refraction is.